good. We are in and we have the best map ever created by a glue eater, the wall. And
Indeed. And we got two very interesting players, right? Because they're not ones we typically associate as clowns, but they had some pretty strong performances so far, and it'll be interesting to see how they stack up against each other.
yeah, for sure. Nicov actually Master of Arena finalist of Master of Arena 2, I think. Sitaux wasn't
Oh, yeah,
there,
you're right.
but both are well, they're not known as close map players, but they can play amazing on close maps, so I expect a very good set. Was Masters of Arena 1? Alright, alright.
Is that the one that Miguel won?
Yeah. It was FedExing too, I always mix up those two.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jeez,
Oh boy.
that was me back in, what, high school? I watched that.
You already watched that back then?
Yes, I did.
Sick.
I started watching in like 2011, 2012. Or no, a little earlier than that.
Okay, so yeah, you're informed with all the history of close map
Yeah.
tournaments. And yeah. So we got Sitaux with Burmese and Nicov with Kumans. I kind of feel like each time we saw Kumans on the wall, so far, they lost.
You're right, because they are such a powerful civ on a map that you know you're not going to get tower rushed on. But on the other hand, map control is so valuable here, and it feels like, okay, if the Cumans player is just shut up in their base and they only have their main gold and their main stone to work with, then they just can't really ever develop the army that they need. And Burmese, of course, one of the best civs at applying Castle Age pressure.
Yeah, for sure. And let's see how Sitaux is going to use Burmese to apply pressure, if at all. I mean, we saw, for example, Viper doing a boom against Kuman Fiddle Boom on Hideout and winning. But I don't feel like Sitaux will boom. I feel like he needs to rush. And Nicov is, of course, Fiddle Booming. He's up with 18 villagers. But heavy on the wood now to make an extra TC. I kind of feel like the best play by Sitaux would be fast castle double siege workshop push. I always request that and I almost never get that. So
Well, I like the Siege Workshop push. Are you thinking that the Arambai play is too slow?
I feel like it's not aggressive enough because Arab boys on their own, like what can they do versus two town centers? They can raid a bit, be annoying, but in the end they cannot dive under town centers, so you need siege anyway. So going Arab base and rams together is quite expensive, and if you just ignore that stone and just go for two siege workshops, rams and scorpions, I feel like it's much better than Arab base early on.
Yeah, and you can add in a few spearmen, and they're even gonna get some extra attack there as Burmese, which is always nifty. Yeah, I think that play makes a lot of sense actually. But
Yeah, as soon as
what do we
that,
know? What do we know, man?
Yeah, Sitaux already going on stone, so it's gonna be Aram boys, indeed. Good.
Well, hopefully Sitau's been practicing his darts, man, because he's gonna need to get a lot of damage done to be able to deal with humans.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. He has to play aggressive, so he has to go for a siege workshop as soon as possible, and push on stone centers of Nicov before Nicov can get to Castle Age.
Exactly, but Nicov already starting to build a house wall over to the west to protect the TC, and I like the fact that the TC's on the stone, just because you're recognizing, okay, I'm going to be under a lot of pressure here from Burmese, so if I can just make it to Castle Age and get that defensive castle down, then you're going to be looking to be in a much, much, much better position.
Yeah, for sure. But that wall that you were talking about by Nicov might actually not bite him because Baz's leopards are coming and Lucy has a TC nearby, right? So should be fine.
Yeah. Run away, snow leopard! It's a trap!
Oh no. Well, there's another one, but it's a bit further away.
Unless they accidentally put the AI difficulty setting to extreme, I don't think that would be an issue.
Yeah. I don't like how Sitaux is placing his buildings. They should have made a wall as well, just in case Nicov will be raiding later on. That's why Nikov's wall is perfect with a house wall, I mean. And let's see. Sitaux definitely has castle in. How many on stone? 7.5, because one is not working. And yeah,
were you that person in the group project, John Slow, that was watching everyone else work while you were just standing around?
Yeah, that was me in school.
Oh no. Oh boy, this is going to be very aggressive though. Clicking up 2 castle age on 25 villagers. This is going to be going hard, and the ability to make siege and a Rambai is going to be pretty limited.
Yeah, yeah, he will need to do damage, and if he'll just make a castle, I think it will not be aggressive enough. But let's see, that's a spreadsheet built by him, and well, we'll soon find out if it was effective or not. I guess Nicov wants to like feudal boom into a defensive castle, right? That's probably the plan.
Interesting, right? Because he built the TC on the stone, but he hasn't mined any of it yet. So maybe the idea is, okay, maximize the feudal boom as best you can to get maybe that, I don't know, like 14.5-ish minute uptime. And then you're able to just send a ton of vills on stone on your way to castle age, and even selling stone right now.
Yeah, for sure. It's like there is absolutely no reason to go on stone just yet. You need to focus on wood and food to be able to fast castle as soon as possible after this feudal boom. And Sitaux going for forward castle as expected. Monastery. Okay. He has a small window now, and let's see if he'll do the damage.
Well, it's just going to be one of those games where it's probably going to end pretty fast. Either this is going to work or it will not. The free wood upgrades is at least going to be helpful because the Arambai and the siege and all that, the monasteries, like that's a lot of wood. But I mean, you still have a lot of surface area you need to cover, and the house wall is being built here from Nicov.
Yeah, he's going heavy when getting loom just in case. Remember when Aramboys were actually good and would eat through buildings?
Yes.
That was fun. That would have helped Sitaux so much right now.
Yes, absolutely. Back when the best counter to double castle Arambai was just your own defensive castle and Arambai and try and get a faster ramp.
I kind of feel like they're useless now. It's a shame. They nerfed it too much, I think, but okay. Nicov almost going up. Losing the scout, but clicking up.
So he's buying some time, already starting those contingency walls. Definitely need to see that. And there we go. Lots of vills going on in stone. I would not be surprised if those foragers became stone miners, and that is indeed going to be the case. There's a 16 villager advantage, and the Arambai, as you're saying, they're going to take a little while to get through these buildings.
Yeah, if he's not at any siege, I think Sitaux is quite dead here. Just saying, just calling it already.
I think that's a reasonable assessment. Being able to scoop up those relics is always nifty, but we got petards coming in. I mean, what do you think about this, right? Because sure, you can punch through the walls, but it feels like you're going to be unable to stop that castle drop.
Yeah, even if he breaks through, like, what can he raid? Those villagers on wood in the north and the gold. That's 8 villagers that you're not gonna get them all, so yeah. Question is where will Nicov do the castle? Okay. Oh, he knows. What?
Oh.
Ooh, but look at that, he's already come for a second castle.
And they say double castle Arambai is dead. Oh boy, here we go.
Nicov already has a siege workshop, so he can, in theory, make cap trams, maybe even? Where's he gonna do the castle? Is Sitaux diving? Is he hoovering?
Oh, he doesn't give a floof, man.
He's hoovering.
Oh.
Okay, I mean...
But you have to be, really bold and decisive, I feel like, to beat humans in any situation, right? You can't just be poking around and taking these half measures, right? So I absolutely love this here from Sitaux, and he is going to go after those villagers building the castle. It's going to go up, but not easily.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't lose a single village. Okay, I jinxed him. 2 villages, 3. Okay, I should have kept my mouth shut 4. I want to say he didn't lose a single villager. He's defending the villagers in the north. And yeah, castle is up for both, and it's 16 villager lead for Nicov. So I think he's at a completely good spot right now. These 2 TCs versus 1 also. I mean, the main TC will go down probably soon as the castle. But the villager lead is there already. Look at the rest collected already. 600 more for Nicov, and he's working on those keep checks with Fletching. Oh, hoovering again.
But oh jeez. Well, I mean, you have the +1 defense in for the Arambai, and they at least have that 1 base pierce armor. But Kipchak still don't really feel all that great versus Arambai. I mean, especially in larger numbers, the Arambai still deal a lot of damage, but if you can catch a few of them out of position like that, that's going to be great for Nicov. And there's still going to be the concern of lack of gold, and he is going to try and sneak a TC over there to that secondary gold, and for the time being, Sitaux has not scouted it.
Yeah, that's very good for Nicov. He will need gold income since he cannot... I was gonna say, should he had some scorpions, but then I thought probably not, right? Arambai is invested, so...
Yeah. And we got our first Mangonel on its way here from Sitaux. And when you go for any aggressive push like this, whether it be on Arena or Hideout or any other map, having those outposts around the side of your opponent's base to see if and when they try and sneak out usually feels like a really good idea. But apparently, Mr. John Slow, Sitaux ain't done castle dropping.
Are we going for oh, but where? He doesn't know about the TC on the left, as you said. So I'm not sure where he wants to do it. Ooh, maybe... Okay, he's gonna take the TC down and then go... like, towards the woodland in the north, towards the gold, making castles there. Could be sick.
Nice snipe there on the Monk. Bodkin coming in for those Kipchaks. No way he builds a castle in the back of his opponent's base, right? That would be insane.
That's what he should do. Oh, he now spotted the siege workshop, so he'll probably spot the TC next, Sitaux. And maybe that will change his mind about the castle position.
Yeah, it would just objectively be better to build the castle closer to that third town center for his opponent. Oh, he sees the gold miners there. He sees the town center. Danger, danger, but Nicov himself is about ready for castle number 2, so this could be a castle race.
Ooh. I want that. That's always fun and exciting. Siege Worship got denied though, so no defensive mangonels or anything from Nicov. I mean, he has one, but far away from there, and he cannot send any siege from there because the Mangudai is Aran boys are dancing nearby. Ooh, and here comes the castle. Okay, counter castle. Counter castle. Well, no, there is a mangonel. He will be scared.
Yeah, the mangonel is there. 15 nearby villagers. The Kipchaks are not in position. They are trying to rush to the front lines. It looks like Nicov is going to try and challenge this. But, I mean, 2 Castle Arambai production is still very good, and the Kipchaks are just not going to be able to compete with them. And that castle here from Sitaux is going to be built.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he will not be aggressive enough, but it went super aggressive. And Nicov, well, he has a big economy with 22 villagers, but I don't know, Sitaux might be going to him faster. He has only 5 on food, so Sitaux is releasing his inner clown. I don't know.
That's a lot of Kipchaks dying. Yes, Arambai are affected by ballistics. It is something that's still worth picking up. And the TC there at the back, I think, is smart for Nicov, though, because he knows where his opponent's army is located, so he can feel like he can build that a bit more safely, and he can also get a defensive castle to help protect the gold.
Yeah, he should definitely do a castle there. Now, I was thinking maybe he should have done the TC next, closer to the farms, exactly where he's doing the castle now to defend the gold, but that's even better. TC at the back on golden wood and a castle to defend it. Okay, Nicov now should have his neurons activated as an arena player and aim to in. Both should do that.
Could not agree more. You got gold income, you got food and wood here as Nicov. It's all you need at this point. 2 castles is going to be plenty to make a lot of Kipchaks. It defends most of your eco. And yet neither player is especially close. And Sitaux, with his ability to spam the market, could maybe even try and get a competitive imp timing.
But no, he's not doing that. He's committing all in Castlage because he noticed that he's producing Rams, and Rams are quite expensive, and he's still... Well, he's not doing Armor Boys actually, so it's mainly Siege now. Okay, and Armor Boys. Yeah, Sitaux is going all in Castlage, and Nicov is doing the same, so... No race to him. No neurons.
But wouldn't you... Very sad for the lack of neurons, but... I mean, it feels like neither player is going to really be able to push that effectively. We have defensive mangonels in for both players, and it seems like a ram push is unlikely to be that successful.
Yeah, but look how much Nicov invested into all these house walls at the front, and losing them even to 2 rams, I mean, it will be quite rough. They're gonna lose a lot of pop space and a blacksmith, and even if he doesn't... Well, he's doing wars. Okay, yeah, he will really struggle to push a castle, both of them. You'll have to dive under with your unique units to snipe mangonels, and to push with rams, and it will be tough for both.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the fact that you have Sitaux destroying all this infrastructure at the front of Nikov's base. It forces him to rebuild it all in the back, which is definitely not ideal, but look at this here. Sitaux, despite having 4 vills on food, isn't spending food on anything other than villagers, so it's going to be at least relatively easy for him to try and bank up more towards Imperial Age, and that is exactly what he's doing, but Nicov himself is going to be on his way.
Yeah, now it's a race to imp. Sitaux has 1 castle more, so that will help him in the trap production. But Nicov has a better economy, so he might as well mix in some other military reservoirs and only keep checks, which will help him a lot. Maybe some of them skirmishers, mighty skirmishers, I don't know.
You just had to say the S word here on stream in front of all these good people that did nothing to you.
I mean, well, maybe he can do some light cap, but I'm not a fan of that. He needs to capture to kill the Arm Boys, and skirms would be the best, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I do like Nikov's unit control a lot. He's being very active with his Kipchoks and is trying to sort of siphon off his opponent's army in any way he can. But that said, the toll is going to come due at some point, and in a big fight, there is just no way that these Kipchoks will stand up to the Arambai, especially with Mangonel support.
Yeah, and we have more, way more.
Good gravy, man!
Oh my god. I mean...
Jeez. And that's the thing with Arambai, right? Like, they're not what they used to be, right, in terms of just nuking everything in low numbers, but in high numbers now they just obliterate everything.
And that's why maybe he needs to think about something else, Nicov, rather than Kipchoks. Gotta use his economy somehow. Ballistics now, handcart. But I think Sitaux is at a bit better position if he can take those castles down and push.
Yeah, now we're getting more upgrades in for the Arambai. You got ballistics, you got bloodlines, you got husbandry. Kipchoks themselves only have bodkin and what is essentially free husbandry. The rams go down. It does seem like that the ram push was just never destined for great success. And Nicov is actually starting to get a resources collected advantage, when he really hasn't had that for much of this game.
Yeah, but Imp is in and rams are coming from 3... No, he cannot afford 1. Maybe it's a market, but look at Sitaux's stone count. He can soon do another castle number 4. It's crazy. And what are you doing?
See that?
Sitaux. 3 traps for Sitaux, 2 traps for Nicov incoming. But military-wise, we have a big advantage for the French player who's diving under the castle with snipes and Mangonel.
And ever since they changed how garrisoned units fire arrows, that units like the Kipchok and the Chupanu fire a gajillion arrows, I mean, they just deal so much damage inside those castles, and that is a lot of dead Arambai. Still no Parthian tactics, which would be very helpful in getting that extra pierce armor. And right now, it is just going to be all about the Treb war, but so far, I'm liking Nikov's unit control.
Yeah, but one fight and all those units could go down. Another castle by Sitaux, castle number 4, so completely defending his traps. I love that, giving support to his Iron Base. And Nicov has no stone to repair the castle, he's getting chemistry. But I think he's in trouble. He's out of space.
He is. There's also a cute little push to the right-hand side. I mean, Sitaux has still killed 19 villagers this game. That is not insignificant. And with the castle down, are the Arambai going to be emboldened to actually take this engagement? Oh, yeah. He's smelling it.
Who's the man gonna know?
Oh, no. Oh, no. The humanity! The humanity.
Yeah, Nicov is struggling with military numbers. He has now only 1 castle to produce from, and Sitaux has 4. So, wait, 3. So, but Sitaux got to repair his traps. I mean, in short distance, like we have now, those traps rarely miss, and as soon as I said that, all 3 missed.
Well, that is somewhat unlucky right there. Now, Arambai do have 2 ram damage, so they'll actually deal 2 damage hit to the trebuchets instead of the 1 that you might expect. So, I mean, it's not like they're great versus them, but you can see that in decent numbers like that, they'll take them down pretty fast. And at the end of the day, with both players' treb numbers falling, it's still going to be the guy who has more castles who's going to have the advantage in Sitaux, seeming like he is going to be on his way to a game number 1 victory.
Yeah, diving on the RO16. And destroyed the final Iron Base, only 2 survived. And Nicov is now going for some serious repairs. 27 villagers repairing the castle. He has to keep buying stone, but he took all of his villagers of gold to repair the castle. So he cannot get more stone. He has to sell food or wood, that's what he's doing. But I think we'll soon get the gig, yeah.
What's the difference in stone collected at this point? Yeah, over 1,300 more here for Sitaux. It's just resulting in more castles. He can still better afford trebuchet production. He's got still 2 siege workshops here, so in a world where maybe this game goes on, he can still get bombard cannons, which is something that Cubans are unable to do, and it just feels like there aren't any outs at this point for Nicov.
Oh, there is a GG out option, but... but yeah, Nicov is just trying. I mean, it's the first game. You want to tire your opponent. You want to make him mad for the next game, maybe. So you don't give up that easily. But now he's out of castle. So oh well, he has actually range stuff, and he's trying to go Cav archers now. He still has 24 villager lead.
I mean, yeah, he still has an actual population lead, but. Gonna have Parthian tactics here in a moment, which is gonna be very helpful. And the Arambai are just such a ridiculously good unit in mass now.
Yeah. Score is still is there for Nicov, but it's looking rough. If he had bracers and maybe, but one not even had get bracers for their Cav archers, so.
Honestly, this would be if he could have snuck out step husbandry to get the super fast train speed for Cav archers. That might have allowed him to like hit a window where he can just snowball enough CA. But unfortunately, he's never had the castle production time available to him. And indeed, it looks like this is going to be a game number 1 here for Sitaux.
Yeah, Sitaux still heavy on the stone. Might even do another castle, but he needs a mining camp on his stone because that's some long distance mining.
Yep. Arambai still here, still in decent enough numbers. He still has 2 castles remaining. I mean, if you think about it, both players losing 2 castles, right? And it's just going to be the guy who has more castles left over, can still train their unique unit, still has way more map to work with. And as you were saying at the beginning, it just doesn't seem like humans are able to make this mid-game defense easily on this map because they just run out of space, and there's GG.
Yeah. Cumans lose yet again. Sitaux's rush was very, very strong. Nicov tried, but the Aram Boys, 81 Aram Boys, are too strong.
And just look at that, 8,000 more gold collected, double the stone count. It doesn't matter how far you are behind in food and wood. You're just able to get your army that is just not one your opponent can take efficient fights against.
Yeah. Yeah. So 1-0, Sitaux looking strong. And next we have Home by Nicov, which will be either Canberra or Tulu.
Oh, those are both very fun maps, but I think Canberra has already shown to have a very special place in the heart of many a Wallhalla viewer.
Yeah, Canberra is always fun, especially with Silent Death settings. Let's see, they're in the lobby already. It says the wall still, so maybe they like the wall so much they're just gonna play again.
And I gotta say, as our fellow organizer of this event, what are you thinking of the maps so far? Because I've actually been really pleased with the amount of diversity we've been seeing on the maps.
Yeah, I loved all the maps so far. That's the whole reasoning. Like, people might think, oh, they're all closed maps, arena players behind their walls. But no, every map is different. Every map has a different purpose, different game style, and I think it's showing in all the games. Like, some lead to feudal age aggression, some can lead to more unique units, mon games, some can lead to later castle age boom, like Castran. So I think it's working quite well.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it as well. And it feels like the quality of game is really high, and that's something that I always look for in tournaments. Is just like, for a lot of people who are watching many sets of a tournament, like, how good is their average daily viewing experience going to be? And I think we're doing a good job of that so far.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, guys, we have jumped into the next game, and it is going to be on Canberra.
Are they in already?
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope they do not forget Sudden Death. That scares me a bit.
I don't know. I asked Mr. Yo, and he said that this isn't played on Sudden Death.
Okay, let's see. Okay, it's Sudden Death. We are good. These players are professionals.
There we go. And it's going to be a matchup I don't think we've seen all that often. It's going to be Armenians, Lithuanians, guys. We've seen Armenians on this map. Lithuanians are very good here, but they're also good on so many other maps that there are definitely some options.
Yeah. Well, at least this time we know it will be one TCO win. But yeah, both have very good monk sieves. Armenians and Lithuanians, I would say Armenians are a bit nicer because you have the extra relic, and the churches are actually also serving as somewhat towers. And you have the warrior priests a bit to pick up the relics early on. It's like, I maybe favor them a bit, but Lithuanians are very good as well.
I mean, Lithuanians just always feel like a good civ. They have win conditions, it feels like, in so many matchups and on so many map types that it feels like you're not going to go wrong picking them.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with maps that have some water, right? Like, you can use that extra food with Lithuanians. Get a dog up. Let's see. We are in.
We are indeed. Losing the last game, picking his home map, it will be Nicov in the red as the Lithuanians to the southwest of Canberra. And to the northeast in the blue as the Armenians, it will be Sitaux.
Yeah. Did we see like a map, a water like this, that it's absolutely without any what's the word? Like, it's completely straight.
Yeah, it's a dot on a line graph. There's some data that's trying to be communicated here, but they forgot to add more than 1 point.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, both will dock as soon as possible, right? Sitaux is already going there with the Armenians. You don't have to do a lumber camp, so it's quite easy to get this going. With Lithuanians, you start with extra food, so you can send more to wood early on. But seems like Sitaux is not doing that. He sent only 3 on wood. But he's going for it. He's going for that. It's okay.
I mean, the 9 Vilstart does change things a little bit. I think it's probably still a slight nerf to Lithuanians relative to how they can get a dock up faster than their opponent, but It's still probably not that big of a deal. Nice start so far from Sitaux. He had a great build in game number 1 with his proper spread cheating, and it looks like they're the same here for game number 2.
Yeah, talking about spreadsheet, have you heard the news about the wizard
I did.
who invented the spreadsheet? I'm devastated.
Yeah, another glorious loss for the Age of Empires community.
Second board for Sitaux. Nicov already got both, and I guess both will try to get a feudal age as soon as possible, right? Fight for the Watcher, and then continue from there.
Sounds good, and I guess while we have a moment to breathe, did you see the arena changes that they're making in the next balance update?
Yes, I have. I'm just happy they fixed, hopefully, I don't know if to trust them, but they fixed the wood lanes. That drove me crazy for years.
It feels like that's something that could have been fixed a long time ago. But yeah, they're fixing the wood lines. They're going to make it a little bit more variable in terms of the distance that you can spawn away from each other. So in general, it should be a little bit less light cav dominated and a bit more, at least like possible generations that are closer to what we see on our version of Arena here in Wallhalla2.
Yeah, for sure. There was another change about the hunt not being...
yeah, they're adding chickens. Bok, bok, bok.
So I'm not sure what's up with that. That might slow scenes down a bit, actually. Because he will have to meal, but we will see.
It'll be interesting for sure, and we're going to get 5 new civs that we're going to see how well they can clown. Although one of the civs has a complete monk tech tree, except for exactly Sanctity, Redemption, and block printing, which seems pretty troll.
Okay. So, Tower in the Middle by Nicov. So, he wants to deny the fish from Sitaux. And Nicov actually went for double dock. So, he's committing to Watcher. Sitaux less. He also went up much slower. He's still 1 minute 20 seconds away from Feudal Age. So, Sitaux is just gonna give up on Water Fast Castle. And how about... Okay. How about a fortified church in the middle? Or... Sitaux to deny the fish.
You can build one, and it will range, I think... I don't know if it could range the entirety of where you can gather from the fish, right? Like, if you build a fortified church on one side, I think the fishing ships might be able to gather on the other side of the fish.
Right.
I just don't think the 6 range is going to be quite sufficient there.
Well, we will see what Sitaux is cooking here. Also, did you notice that they added, like, a map called the Great Wall or something, and I thought they rigged us with the wall.
No, it's literally a real-world Great Wall map.
Yeah. I was like excited, the wall on the ladder, what a time to be alive.
That would be exciting. If only we didn't have to submit maps like 5 months in advance, and we could get more tournament maps for ladder play, because the wall would be a great ladder map.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely became like a mainstream map, even making it to TTL.
Yeah. But hey, some maps being added. They added Fortified Clearing, which is going to be a good one as well to add to the ladder.
That's
so.
Neely's version, the evil version of Fortified Clearing, because it's without the back base.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on, man.
There's the back walls, I mean, not the back base.
Yeah.
But at least it's there. It's a great map.
Yes, it is, for sure. Really looking forward to seeing all the new toys to explore in the upcoming months. As we are now on the way to Castle Age here for Sitaux, selling his stone. He's going to be doing something aggressive here with fortified churches.
Okay. Means that he will not be able to go for a castle and imp if needed. I mean, he can always take his mule cart to stone if and take it. But let's see. He definitely prepared something. Nicov also prepared. He's going for a market blacksmith. And let's see. Maybe.
Oh, look at that mining camp from Nicov. Perfect campaign mining camp right there, right between both resources.
Oh yeah, it's lovely. Okay. For a second, I was gonna say maybe Sitaux practiced with Margugo and he wants to go for a transport ship full of petards, but then I realized it's Nicov actually who is controlling water, so no,
Yeah,
Nicov can do
work.
that.
Oh, that game between Yo and Margugu that was replayed that was just a joy. Oh, the transport ship that was not destined for great things.
Yeah. Fortunately, like all the players that we are dealing with so far in Wallhalla are absolutely light, and we didn't have any trouble like players blaming others for re and stuff like that. Both take it with love and just replayed no issues, so that was great.
Yep. And oh, okay, this is new. 2 fortified churches on opposite sides of his base.
Okay. I mean, he is both monking and he's using them as defense for his front base, so I guess it's fine. It's a bit of a hassle to coordinate between the two sides, because monks are quite slow, but I feel like it's nice. It's good defense, and it will give him the monks that he wants, and he's actually opening with 1 warrior priest, so he will go up and pick the relics in the south, it seems.
That's what it looks like.
Wait,
Nicov
on both
himself
sides, actually. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Nicov is mining a lot of stone, though, and it feels like this whole play is very bad against an aggressive castle drop that can just come forward, maybe with the protection of a little bit of navy, and some late chai coming out could ruin somebody's day.
Now that I'm thinking about, I was gonna say, okay, it's actually a great idea now for Nicov to go and push forward castle. You have the Fargalas to defend you. Well, since he will not have them because monks are coming. But then I thought, imagine that Nicov just ignores his base and goes forward, tries to be aggressive, and then we are getting some ram warrior priest push from Sitaux, but
oh yeah,
that's not happening because he's now switching to stone.
Double monastery here at home for Nicov. Always a fan of Lithuanians with the faster working monasteries. You can catch up in the monk numbers a bit more easily, get the monk upgrades a little bit faster, and we could be getting the full clown gameplay that we so desired here at Wallhalla.
That's why we are here. That's what we want. Okay, those Fargalis are doomed. You need to deal with them all. They're trapped. Yeah.
Oh!
Good job.
The sailors weren't even given the chance to disembark in the shallows. No. King Nicov said, no, you go down with your ship.
Triple monastery for Nicov. Wow, what a time to be alive.
And look at this, a 3rd fortified church coming in here for Sitaux, as well as another dock, as well as 10 vills on the stone. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Okay, monks by both. I mean, why not? Both have full monk trees, right? The Gutianians get full monk tree and Armenians. So yeah, both perfect monk sieves.
Both very good at it for sure. But the numbers right now are going to be favoring Sitaux, as he was simply up to Castle Age faster. Nicov, for his part, could be thinking about a castle, but a defensive castle isn't going to be all that exciting. As strong as the latest is, on 1 TC eco, you can't really make that many of them that are going to be scary to monks.
Yeah, you're not even gonna make them. Like, you only make ladies if you need to fight, like, defend your castle from ramps or something like that. Like, you do not bring horses to the monk field.
Never bring a horse to a monk fight.
Yeah, unless it's a donkey, but even then, that's not recommended.
I mean, it's a well-known fact that horses are terrible theologians and therefore unable to make compelling arguments to be converted to their faith.
Yeah. Okay, devotion now for Sitaux. That's good. Nicov needs to get it as well. For now, he has only atonement. Getting fair war. And a very defensive castle at home by Nicov.
Now, neither player has complete control of the middle, so it doesn't seem like any transport ship shenanigans are likely to be all that successful in this situation, which means that the game is just going to kind of progress onward. but it's in the context of Nicov having a better eco than his opponent in terms of villagers, but those 6 relics for Sitaux are going to be really, really good.
Yeah, the warrior priest definitely did their part, bringing all the relics home. And now Sitaux is going for a castle in the middle. The monks are there. He cannot deny that castle. It's only 5 monks. And a Lytis is coming, actually. Okay.
Back when you could do the monk trick to spam conversions on all the villagers to stop them from building, maybe that would work, but oh my goodness, here we go, guys. Lots and lots of conversions are queued up. There are a couple scouts left over, but that castle's just not going to be able to be denied.
Yeah, Nicov got to run. And now, castle is up, neurons activate. Look at the resources of Sitaux. Soon the gold will start disappearing, the food will start appearing.
Even add in a few more fishing ships to help him out as well. Don't really have much of a farm eco as either player, but that can be just a nice way to get the little bit of food you need here in this situation as you make that transition to the Imperial Age. And indeed, it looks like our neurons are properly activated on each side.
Yeah, Sitaux is a bit closer with that. Missing, okay, sells the stone. Stone, sell it. Sell it. He's not selling it. It's gonna go up in a
Cast
second.
it into the market. Sell it. There we go. Imp is on the way.
Nicov is getting there too now, but a bit slower. Okay. I guess now both have 1 goal besides of killing your... Is he sacrificing a scout so the old man can run? Yeah, look at him. So nice of that scout. I guess it, besides getting to Imp and getting traps, the mission now for both is to get Heresy. I think that whoever can get Heresy here will probably change the game in his favor.
That feels like it's going to be a lot easier, though, for Sitaux, having those 6 relics, having the Armenian gold miners, and he's also likely going to be able to get a second castle, so I have to really prefer Sitaux's position here in game number 2.
Yeah, not looking bad at all. Nikov's economy is better, he's 8 villagers ahead and has fishing ship, but Sitaux is a bit faster. But let's see, it will be also a lot about Monk Micro, I feel like, if they don't get Heresy especially. And I'm not sure I've ever seen Nicov go for a full Monk Rush. But I was not impressed with Sitaux's Monk Rush in the past. So let's see.
No. It's not fast feudal age archers, so it's a crazy world for Sitaux.
And here comes the castle. Ooh, that's a great castle.
It is. The monks are on standby, though, for Nicov, and he's been building up his monk numbers. He's catching up to his opponent in that regard, and it's really, as you're saying, just going to come down to that monk micro, as you're not going to be able to treb your opponent's TC easily if you don't get that forward castle up. But look at that, guys. Sitaux is going to get the castle.
Yeah, but look how many monks he has selected from Nicov. Like, he's targeting like 7 monks. And I was judging his monk micro. This was absolutely great, like the micro this fight at least. But Nicov ran away, and Nicov is now getting a second castle. I kind of feel like Sitaux, with his advantage, can just ignore the castles, you know, like convert. Did he get redemption?
I don't think he did.
No. Okay. Maybe just go straight for the TC, ignore the castles? What do you think about that?
I like it a lot because, one, it puts an enormous amount of pressure on Nicov to not let that go down, but also the amount of wood that's going to be required to repair it is going to make it difficult to sustain trebuchet production.
Yeah, but it seems like he's not doing that. He's just going to go for the castle. Boo!
Yeah, I'm actually not a fan of that at all. That said, Nicov has no stone income. Neither player does, actually. And let's see, the dock is going to go down. Yes, you can add a drum in here as Sitaux, and that might not be a bad idea.
I'll be right back in 30 seconds. Are you entertained?
No problem. Thankfully, this co-cast is so unlikely to be interrupted by corgi barking. Very, very improbable. All right, guys, castle number 1's going to go down here from Nicov. We're looking at 4 trebuchets for Sitaux, and there's the TC going to be under threat. Just goes to show that he didn't actually need to target the castle whatsoever. He literally could have gone for the TCs in the first place, and there is the GG called as Sitaux 1 game away from sweeping Nicov, which would definitely be a surprise to me, but here we are.
He didn't even let him take the TC down. That's not how you play sudden death. You need to let the TC go down. Come on.
Yeah, gotta let your opponent get the finishing move. But, I mean, so far, Sitaux has been very well prepared with his builds. He's been executing them sharply, and, I mean, there's really not been a whole lot to complain about in either of the games so far here from Sitaux.
Yeah, he's been looking very, very strong, and he needs only 1 more victory. Nicov, it's time to release your inner clown. Time to take us to 5 games, because we won 5 games, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, we do have Antagonist and Villasa coming in 55 minutes, but we still have time.
I mean, this series needs to last exactly long enough so that it ends as soon as the draft is done for Antagonist Villasa.
Yeah. I even wrote them, like, maybe delay a bit if Sitaux and Nicov takes their time, but seems like we are, well, more than halfway through at least after 1 hour. So let's see what we have. So Armenians beating the Lithuanians.
And we will indeed be going to Toulouse.
Say it
Toulouse.
In a French accent. Toulouse.
But it's in China.
Is it? Oh no. Is there a French version?
No, they're actually really cool. Like, I just did a Google image search of it. It's like these round fortified houses in like traditional in like southeastern China. So I think the map actually does a nice job of sort of depicting that in an AoE2 sense.
That's nice. That's interesting. I was sure it's something French. Well, I'm a pleb then.
It does kind of sound French for sure.
So I was surprised that Nicov went for it and not Sitaux.
Looks like they probably still had it on sudden death and not regicide. That would be my guess because they are now out of the lobby.
Sitaux says, they didn't put it on regicide, I guess. Yeah.
It's tricky when we have multiple settings in the tournament, but it's all good.
Still waiting for the day we can prepare the lobbies for the players. That would be...
Oh, now that would be OP.
That would really be OP.
Give the tournament hosts all the power.
Yeah, one day. We are believers. I mean, we're getting these DLCs, this patch. Maybe one day we'll get that too.
Indeed.
Okay, so what civs are we gonna get for Toulouse?
Gonna get Georgians and Hindustanis.
Oh, you already saw them. Okay. I mean, who is it better for? In theory, both counter each other in some scenarios. It depends on the composition, actually. Well, let's find out.
Yeah, it feels like a very close matchup for sure. I kind of like Georgians in the more like closed spaces where the fortified churches can be really good, just to spam all over the place. But Hindustanis, I mean, they are camel civ against a cav civ, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah, but then you make halbs to counter the camels and monaspas to counter the cannoneers. I mean, it works the other way around. Cannoneers counter halbs.
Yeah.
And camels monaspas. It's all about the numbers and the micro, I guess.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes, but this is absolutely a must-win game here for Nicov.
Yeah. I mean, being in the round of 16, he already secured himself, I think it's $250. Both secured that.
Not bad, not bad.
No,
40 seconds, guys, and we'll be getting into this.
Yeah, it's $250, and The winner of this secures himself $500, which is very, very nice.
Hey, I'll take it. I think that the tournament host should always get paid an equal amount to the prize pool. I think that's only fair.
I couldn't agree more.
Both civs went CA. I'm looking forward to the CA nerf in the upcoming patch, man.
Are they getting a nerf?
Yeah, 3-second train time nerf for both regular and heavy.
Okay. Did skirmishers get a nerf?
Alas, no.
Alright, we are in.
We are indeed. Here we are, guys. Back against the wall is going to be Nicov in the red as the Hindustanis to the northeast on Tulao, and to the southwest in the blue as the Georgians will be Sitaux.
Use your king, Sitaux. Scout, or is Sitaux scared? We have seen some panicking moments already in the tournament, so maybe...
To say the least.
Maybe he doesn't want to pull, I don't know, a Viper or a Trakan. Let's see.
That's fair enough, but both players just going to be going right to the back there with their lumberjacks. Of course, you do have this sort of terraced area in the back of the map that you can always expand to. So unlike something like RO16, you have a lot more...
What? What? What?
No, he didn't kill a boar with his GC.
Yeah, that's what I was checking. What?
No, he said GG. It can't be a king snipe.
I
mean, the king's literally by itself on the east of the map.
It happens to Nicov sometimes. Oh, he got housed.
Oh my god.
Really, Nicov?
Nicov! Where's that fighting spirit, man?
Eliminated by a house. Well, I mean...
That... Yikes.
Yeah, that was not great. But being 2-0 behind, already being low in the mood, and any mistake after that could cause a reaction like that. I mean, not from many players, but Nicov, it happens to him, so I'm not that surprised.
That is truly unfortunate there, but Sitaux is going to get the 3-0 win, and he will be our second